because I was just so disappointed in so many areas in the past.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was exhausted from the whole process.
You know what I love? I saw that you tweeted, or it was on Instagram, that you said, stop calling that you're my friend, or stop saying that you're my friend if you're not going to go out and support my music and download it and pay for it.
Right. No, that's real. And it wasn't even about like downloading and paying for it. It was about the fact that I put a lot of work into this, right?
Yeah.
And people know I'm so invested that know me, right?
Right.
So even this cover, this is a $30,000 photo shoot, right?
Yeah.
This is the quality of work that's been put into this. And if you can't see this, be like, oh, my boy is working, let me repost this.
Right.
So it wasn't even about like them paying for it. Like, just spread the love.
Yeah.
Like, let people know that I'm out there. I went out on my own and did something totally different and came out of my comfort zone. I went to different farmers markets and Hollywood by myself, right?
Yeah.
With my jewelry on, just like whatever. And I'm passing these out, telling people about my project. I've never done that before, but I'm just in a different space now, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
But I'm also very confident about what I'm producing. I want as many people as I know to hear about it and continue to follow me on this journey, because it's going to get bigger and better, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what that post was about. I know it stuck a couple people in their ribs, and I got a couple text messages.
No, but you know what? That's actually it's true. You're right. Because if people say they're your friends, you're right. They should repost it. They should say, hey, check out my boy. He just came out with this EP. Download it if you can, or whatever. But it's true. It's like, repost it. Right.
And I didn't want to go tick for tack, because sometimes I just randomly repost people's stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm just like, I'm just cool like that. Like, if I see you working, you put out some dope or whatever it is, like, I may think it's horrible, but I know that you are passionate about it. So I'm going to post it up. I don't care if it's like for an hour. So you're showing the effort that you give a damn about it, or give a damn about what they care about. And I just didn't feel like I received a lot of that with this project. But it's so many people that I didn't know who bought this project and supported and reposted and shot me DMs and want to work with me and all this type of stuff. Like, it kind of like, it made more sense and it felt good. You know?
No, that's really nice. And you're also a vegan.
Yes.
Okay, so the reason why I bring this up, because there's so many Black guys that I know that are vegan or have gone vegan or starting to go vegan.
Right.
And to me, it's kind of like, okay, what's going on that all of a sudden, you know what? I don't want to be. I don't want to be.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I don't want to be like politically incorrect. So whoever's listening, the reason why I'm saying Black, because my ex, my kid's dad, he's half Black and half white. So I feel like I can say Black. You know what I mean? Because I'm not being racist. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like my kids.
Well, there's one word you can use where they will assume that saying Black is kind of super neutral.
You're right, but I normally don't say it. I normally say African American, But today I was like, what?
But you're making a point. You're making a generalized point.
Yeah, and my point is that I never, ever, ever, from like my past experience, like every Black man that I've known or I've been involved with, or just friends, or in my life, it doesn't matter how they are involved, whether they're just friends or people that I work with. There's no way in the world before that they were ever even think about being vegan. They're such hardcore, heavy red meat eaters. So now cut to, you're vegan, and an ex-boyfriend of mine who I just recently spoke to, and he's like, hey, he's like, I'm vegan. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, wait, you're vegan? He's like, yeah, I've been vegan for a year. And I was like, and that's another guy who I never, ever would have suspected that, would have gone vegan. I didn't go into details with him, like, why did you choose this? Because I'm not interested in hearing what he has to say. But I'm interested in knowing, like, why, like, from your point of view, why do you think that there's, Black men now turning vegan?
I honestly think it's kind of like, as an example, I can say, how you receive an email and it has, like, so many people attached to it and it becomes a thread. Right. What's happening now is that with social media, people are so much more informed, right? So that's one element of it. Then the other element is that, me personally, it took me to, of course, care about my health, but there's so much information out there, like the Netflix documentaries and stuff like that. So what happens is people always say, I should eat better, I should eat healthy, I'm working out or whatever. But what happens is when you're saying I need to eat better, I need to be healthy, but then you see on social media people are doing better and they're talking about it, so that's seeping in. But then the kicker is when you see those documentaries and you get the facts behind certain things and intertwine them all together, that's like the thread. Everybody's talking now. Everybody's talking. So two things are going to happen. 2 or 3 things are going to happen. They're going to explore it. Yeah. They're going to dive into it. Or it's going to be a debatable conversation on what's what, because I can be a vegan and healthy, and then I get hit by a car, right? So you always have those debates. But me personally, it just took me just educating myself. And me is deeper because I really want to be around a long time. And I have 2 sons and they see me as like a lion, like I'm the king, right? I'm strong and powerful to these little guys. I want to hold on to that as long as I can. So when they're bigger and 14 and 15, I'm still blow for blow with them. We running, we hiking, I'm active. I'm not like all decrepit and sick. And, so that was a huge part because I have sons and I really want to be active. I don't care if I'm 60 or 70 years old. I want to be active with them. Like, rah, like, let's go, let's get it. So
for you, it was mainly because you want to live longer and you want to be around for your kids. It wasn't anything in particular that you saw a documentary on how they treat the animals,
No, it did. That's why I say it's elements.
So tell me the one thing that made you decide or grossed you out enough to be like, you know what? I think in addition to because I want to be healthy and be around for my kids, that grossed me out, so I'm going to be vegan. Like that. Tell me that one thing.
The one thing was just one documentary that had multiple things in it from educational standpoint. So it was the handling of the actual animals and how they actually butchered and killed them, and seeing the animals in distress live, like physically seeing someone tortured and just like brutally, and seeing the people walk around so without emotion about it. Like you just killed something. And there literally was no emotion in these guys. And my blood was boiling, right? I was just like, we can all be savages in our own way as humans. Like we have that DNA in us. But I was just like, you do this every day. And when they discard them, it's just like so disgusting. Like it's kind of like, you have no regard for life.
So do you remember the name of the documentary?
This one was called, I watched like 4 of them. This one was called, it's on the tip of my head right now.
See, I love meat so much that I don't.
Gosh, I can't remember the name.
I'm a huge.
But it's a cow on the front of the cover. Yeah. I'm going to think of it here in a second.
You see, I'm a huge red meat eater. Like I grew up eating red meat, but I didn't eat it as much as I do now. Growing up, my dad is a big red meat eater, like all the time. So when I grew up, I would eat it once in a while, not that much. So I was mainly eating like a lot of chicken and fish. And it wasn't until after I became pregnant with my son when all of a sudden I became this like huge meat eater, where it's like I was like a tiger, where it's like I was just like kind of devouring just meat. It was the craziest thing. And ever since then, it's like I don't stop. It's like but
you gotta think, I come from that culture. I'm from the South. I done ate pig feet, I done ate oxtails, I done ate frog legs, I done ate plenty of chicken, like chicken for breakfast, chicken for dessert, chicken just like I've done all that. And and sometimes when you with a partner who's on that kick too, though, you kind of morph into it. But I don't know, like it was something about the health issues and just having a family that has high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease. And learning that some of these things is not hereditary. Those things are trained and taught to us. That some of these things are hereditary. No, it's the diet. The diet controls so much that we don't understand or even talk about or acknowledge. The fact that we would go to the store, we'd pick up a product like this, open up and drink it when there's things on here right there. Like it's not hiding too far, but it's right there on this. And if you research those things,
the label,
a lot of this is not good for you.
It's true. It's not.
But what do?
Like
we consume
a bottle of Sprite. See, I'm not a soda drinker at all. Like I try to use my passes. I'm going to call them my free passes.
Right.
I try to use them wisely. So I will only eat stuff like you're mentioning, like, soda, because it has so much junk in it. I'm only going to eat, certain things that I really, really
in moderation.
want. Well, not really, but it's like that I really, really want.
Right.
Because like I don't care for soda, so I don't ever drink soda.
Right.
Because I don't like soda, but I do like chocolate. So chocolate I will eat. So I will use my passes, for chocolate.
Right. The evil sugar.
Yeah, but you know what I do? It's like what I've been doing lately is I do eat red meat, but I also like in the mornings I wake up and I make myself a shake. I'll have like almond milk with a ton of spinach, turmeric, bananas. What else do I put? Cinnamon and a scoop of peanut butter. So so I drink that every morning.
Okay.
And every now and then I'll add a scoop of that.
But you know what? Like it's not. I would say it's to each his own. Like if you have healthy habits, I think you're in a good space. It's kind of like religion, right? No one has to be one certain way. That's not what it's about. It is a certain lifestyle, and it's specifically what someone chooses to be. Period. You don't. If you're working out, and I know you work out, so you're into your fitness and stuff, like those things all marry and just add to it. Right. Me, like I said, it derived from me just want to be around for my sons, knowing that I have a history of heart disease and diabetes and stuff like that. I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't fall into that, once I'm older or whatever the case may be. Rest his soul, my grandfather just passed away like a week ago, and cancer, and it's all about the diet. If you can control your diet, you can control a lot of things about where your health is going to be later on in life. So that's more of a reason why I feel like I do it too, though.
To be healthy and stick around.
Yeah, I want to stick around. I'm nosy. I want to see what's going on in this world, man. I want to be here for a while.
No, truth be told, it's not really what he's saying that he's nosy. It's more like, ain't no one's going to touch my woman but me, so I'm going to outlive her. I mean, so that's what that is.
Like, I'm going to be here.
Yeah, he's like, no one's touching her. She's not going with another man. It's only going to be me. So, because you know what they say? It's like women live longer than men. So you're trying to outbeat that. We talk about this
all the time, too.
So she doesn't, go out with another man.
Yeah, she's convinced I'll be first. Statistically speaking.
Yeah.
One of them 90-something, I guess.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much, Major. Can you believe, the show is over?
Hey, man, it was good. It was productive. Yeah. It was positive. I was able to give you audience some insight on my veganism.
You sure did.
And everything else I have going on. So I'm always appreciative to be on here, man. And, everybody make sure to go and download the Fire Fan app, which is available on all of the app stores. And No Copy is available now on iTunes and, Spotify. You can stream it. YouTube, music, all the above.
Say your social media. You didn't mention your social media.
Yeah, all my social media handles are pretty easy. It's just Major Williams altogether. Okay. So whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, it's all the same.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love that. That song, super cool.
Yeah, I'm going to get a T-shirt made.
Wait, how do you say it?
Super cool.
Okay, so it's not like how I said it, super. It's so funny because my kids they laugh at me, especially my daughter's like, Mom, it's like, you're saying it wrong. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to say it? But I guess I don't have that swag.
You got to have that sauce with it. You got to put the sauce on it.
I don't have the sauce in it. They do. You do. You know what I have to say? Black people have the sauce. And also like kids.
Oh, kids, they pick up stuff so much faster and easier now. They have like so much coordination. I just like sit back and just watch.
I cannot say it. Like there was another thing that I was saying and they were laughing at me because you know what it was? I had one of my guests, her name is Sunny MF Solomon. And I wanted to say, motherfucker. And my kids were like, okay, Mom, you're not saying it right.
Right.
And I was like, maybe I should stop saying it because I'm not saying it with that like swag, how you're supposed to say it.
That's like a trademark. You got to say it with the swag.
Right.
In order for it to resonate.
Right. So I was like, okay, let me just say MF because I was saying it all wrong.
And keep it pushing.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone. Make sure to check the times for the replays. And if you miss any of my shows, you can check them all out on Spreaker.com patreon.com/user/Elizabeth Meza, and you could find all the replays. And don't forget, the tighter the body, the better the ride.